Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another ranking video today, where this time I'm going to be ranking the movies of another one of my favourite franchises, being the Transformers franchise. So this is ranking from best to worst in my opinion, guys. So here we go. Now, starting with my all-time favourite Transformers movie ever, which I really love the most, is Bumblebee, released in 2018, and I give that a full-blown, instant 10 out of 10. What I like about it, I love the voice acting, especially from Dylan O'Brien as Bumblebee, and Peter Cullen, of course, as Optimus Prime, and David Sobolov as Blitzwing, and Angela Bassett as Shatter, and Justin Theroux as Dropkick. The entire voice cast we got was amazing. It's pretty cool we got John Bailey as Soundwave and Shockwave too, isn't it? I love the performances by Haley Steinfeld, who plays Charlie, and also John Cena as Agent Burns from Sector 7. I also liked Mimo and also Charlie's family. The entire live action cast was also amazing. I loved the homage to Generation 1 cartoon, because that's my childhood. I used to watch it when I was a kid. My favourite Transformers cartoon. And the way they did it was amazing, with all the designs and everything like that. The visuals and the effects were also top notch as well. Now, I know a lot of people would say a problem with this movie is probably no Megatron, and I mean, yeah, I kind of wish Megatron was there, but we have to remember, guys, this is Bumblebee's movie, so I don't really expect all the Transformers to be in this movie, because it's not like a Transformers movie, it's a Bumblebee movie, isn't it, when you think about it? And yeah, what's confusing how Bumblebee lost his voice despite this movie being confirmed as not being part of the Michael Bay films, or the Bayformers films, if you want to call them. But then again, when you think about it, when he loses his voice, he makes noises, and Charlie says it sounds like a bumblebee, hence why she calls him Bumblebee. So yeah, that's my favourite Transformers film, guys. Now, my second favourite would be Dark of the Moon, and I give that 2011 film a 9 out of 10. What I like about this, once again, the voice acting, especially once again from Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, and definitely Leonard Nimoy, may rest in peace, as Sentinel Prime, may he live long and prosper. And I also once again liked Hugo Weaving as Megatron, and also the other Autobot voices and the Decepticons as well. And the acting from people like Josh Duhamel and Tyrese Gibson and John Turturro, John Malkovich, Alan Tudyk and Glenn Morshaw was okay. And also from Frances McDormand, yeah, that was good. And the music by Steve Jablonsky was also amazing. That's my favourite soundtrack in the Transformers films, guys, by Steve Jablonsky. Hence why I use a lot of that music in my Transformers Auto series, Battle of Autobot City. And the battle scenes, especially the Battle of Chicago, were also amazing. And I like how, compared to Revenge of Fallen, this film gave bigger roles for both Ratchet and Soundwave, which I was very happy about. I also love the addition of the Wreckers. They were pretty hilarious. Definitely a great addition. Now, with the cons of this movie, once again, alongside the other first two movies, I once again did not like the character of Sam Witwicky or his parents. They were so utterly annoying, and thank God his parents got the least screen time in this movie. I'm so happy about that. This is why it's my favourite Bayformers movie, guys, because they have the least screen time. And didn't really like Carly that much. I couldn't really connect to it, and I didn't really like her boss either, Dylan Gould, very much. I also didn't like how he killed off Ironhide so easily, because he's a weapon specialist. He's a tough guy, and he got easily killed by Sentinel. Come on. I also wish they didn't kill off Q/Wheeljack either, because I thought he was a pretty interesting new addition to the cast of the Transformers. I also didn't have a lack of screen time for Epps. I thought he was a pretty cool character in the first two films, and I wish he had more screen time. I didn't like how they wasted Shockwave as well. They built him up to be the main antagonist of this film, you know, to keep this pride of Sentinel Prime. But he was wasted. He barely had any screen time. And not to mention, I didn't like the way they characterised him, because I'm more used to me and Mad Scientist like in Generation 1. I also wish they gave more screen time to Mirage/Dino as well. But nonetheless, this was an enjoyable movie. It's my favourite Bayformers film. My third favourite would be the first Transformers film in 2007. I liked the voice acting by the cast, and once again the performances by people such as Josh Duhamel again, and Tyrese Gibson, and John Turturro, and John Voight. The music score was also amazing, and the visuals were also very good. The action was also very good, especially the fight scene in Mission City was also very good. But the downfall was once again the Witwickies. I could not stand them at all. And I also don't like how in these movies, with the exception of Bumblebee, the humans have more screen time than the Transformers. It's called a Transformers movie. They might as well call it Humans instead of Transformers. I also didn't like how they killed off Jazz either, because I thought he's one of my favourite Autobots, and I didn't like how Megatron killed him. I think he deserved better. I also wish that Starscream had more screen time as well, because I think he's only in like a couple of scenes, unfortunately. Luckily, he's got a big role in the other films. So I give this movie an 8 out of 10. My fourth favourite would be Age of Extinction in 2014. And I give that also an 8 out of 10. What I like about it, once again, the voice acting in his movies was amazing, especially from Peter Cullen as Optimus, and also definitely Mark Ryan as Lockdown. Lockdown was probably the best, like, new addition to this film, really, because he was so ruthless and brutal. I also like the performances by Mark Wahlberg as Cade Yeager, and Kelsey Grammer as Howard Attinger, Stanley Tucci as Joshua Joyce, T.J. Miller as Lucas, and Titus Welliver as James Savoy. I liked the music as well, and also the new designs, particularly for Optimus. I love the addition of Galvatron, definitely. And the Hong Kong battle was also very good as well, and also introducing the Dinobots as well. And visuals and the special effects, once again, top notch. And thank God this movie has no Witwicky Illumi. Thank God. Because, you know, it actually felt much better that they weren't in it. However, the downfalls of this movie is probably that they killed off Ratchet. I didn't like that because Ratchet's one of my favourites. I did not like Nicola Peltz's performance in this movie at all. Like, Tessa was so annoying in this movie. Didn't really like her very much. I also don't like how the movie doesn't explain what happens to other Autobots who appeared before but didn't appear in this movie. Such as Sideswipe, for example. And also the other records besides Leadfoot who was seen getting killed. Didn't like how he killed off Lucas either so early in the movie as well, because I thought he was funny. And also, I don't like how this movie promoted the Dinobots so much in its promotional material, yet they had so little screen time. Like, but nonetheless, this was an enjoyable movie. Now, my fifth favourite would be Revenge of the Fallen from 2009, and I give that film a 7.5 out of 10. I liked, once again, the voice acting as usual from Peter Cullen, and definitely from Tony Todd as the Fallen. He was a great addition. He did a great job as the Fallen, in my opinion. I loved Hugo Weaving as Megatron. I think he was much better in this movie than in the first Transformers film. And I definitely also liked how this movie gave a bigger role to Starscream compared to the first film. Once again, the acting was okay from people like Josh Duhamel and Tyrese Gibson and John Turturro, and definitely from Glenn Morshower as well. And music was also very nice as well, and the visuals and the fight scene, the fight scene between Optimus, Megatron, Starscream, and Grindor was also pretty amazing. And definitely the final fight between Optimus, the Fallen, and Megatron was also really good. I also like how we brought back Megatron, because I feel like it's not really a Transformers movie without the main antagonist Megatron, is it really? Because Megatron should always be in the Transformers movies because he's such an amazing antagonist. Now, problems with this movie, there's quite a few. I did not like the lack of screen time for Ratchet. I feel like Ratchet was really, really downplayed. I also think Jolt, you know, the blue one with the electricity ability, was a bit downplayed too. It didn't even speak either, sadly. I also wish that the twins, you know, RC, Elita 1 and Chromie had more screen time as well. I feel like they were a bit wasted. They had potential to be like a good addition, but they didn't have very much screen time, sadly. And I like those three characters too. They're definitely, you know, a great cast in this movie, but they were wasted, sadly. And once again, I did not like the Witwickies or really, because they really did my head in. And with Jetfire, while Mark Ryan did a great job voicing him, I didn't like how they characterised him as an old man. Like, I really didn't like that. I'm more used to him being in G1 where he's, you know, a former Decepticon who joins the Autobots, really. And he's not an old man. Like, but nonetheless, Mark Ryan did a great job of what he was given as the character. And yeah, so yeah, this film was okay. I mean, the opening fight scene in Shanghai was also really good as well. But yeah. I kind of wish they didn't kill Optimus Prime off, like, after his fight with Megatron, Starscream, and Grindor. But thank goodness they brought him back at the end. Thank goodness. Like, if he stayed dead, I would have probably given the movie a much lower score than 7.5. And now we get down to my least favourite, which you probably guessed is The Last Night. Now, I will be honest, I don't hate this movie, but I do have lots of major problems with it, which is why it's my least favourite Transformers film. Now, good things I'm going to get through first, such as the voice acting, but definitely by Peter Cullen as Optimus once again, and Frank Welker as Megatron, and also Gemma Chan as Quintessa, and I liked how Barricade came back as well, voiced by Jess Harnell. And the other voice didn't really speak much at the end. I did like Bumblebee's voice actor, Eric Adal, as him. He was pretty good. And I also do like the other Autobots, such as John Goodman as Hound, and John DiMaggio as Crosshairs, and Ken Watanabe as Drift. You know, those three are definitely an amazing addition. I also did like the acting by Mark Wahlberg and also Josh Duhamel. I thought Laura Haddock was better than the other characters before. She was very good as Vivian Wembley. I also did like how Simmons came back as well. He was definitely a good addition. And of course, the great Sir Anthony Hopkins as Eben Burton. You know, who doesn't love Anthony Hopkins? He's such a great actor. I also like how Glenn Marshall came back as well. I wasn't expecting him to come back, but I was happy to see him again. And the new Transformers were also good additions, such as, you know, Quintessa, of course. And so he was very good. And also, I did like how Wheelie came back as well, because he was pretty funny in Revenge of the Fallen, voiced by Tom Kenny, and also in Dark of the Moon too. I mean, thank goodness he's still alive, because he's a funny little guy. And the visuals are also good, and the effects are good, and the fight scenes are good, really. So yeah, those are the good things about it. And the music was also amazing. I mean, guys, hate these movies as much as you want, but please, don't hate the music. The music is amazing. Now, problems with this movie, did not like the lack of screen time for Optimus and also for Grimlock as well. Grimlock was utterly wasted in this movie. He only has like one scene where he's eating a load of cars in a scrapyard and that's it. Like, seriously? I also did not like how the whole subplot of Merlin and Arthur, that made no sense whatsoever. It was so confusing how it crossed over with Arthur. Like, seriously? I also did not like how Stanley Tucci returned as Merlin and not as Joyce. Are you serious? Like, I wanted him to come back as Joyce, and I was so annoyed that he came back as Merlin. Not to mention he was barely in the movie. He was only in like a prologue, and that was it. I didn't like as well how the movie does not explain how Galvatron returned back to Megatron. And I also as well did not like how it didn't explain how Barricade survived Dark of the Moon, because I swear he got killed off in Dark of the Moon. He got shot in his eyes. So how did he survive? So yeah. But nonetheless, well, this was an okay movie, but it's not really my favourite. That's why it's my least favourite. So I give this movie a 5 out of 10. So that is it, guys. That's how I'd rank the Transformers films. So ranking number 1, Bumblebee. Number 2, Dark of the Moon. Number 3, Transformers. Number 4, Age of Extinction. Number 5, Revenge of the Fallen. Number 6, For Last Night. So that's my ranking, guys. So, you know, the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to let us all know in the comments how you guys would rank these movies. I'd love to see how you'd rank them. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel for videos coming in the future. And I will see you all later.